It's Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And today we're going to combat with the verdict. What is the verdict? Hold on, let's just scrolling on. Okay, so P. Diddy do it, was sentenced to 50 weeks. No, 50 weeks, 50 months. 50 months by the judge. What's his name? Judge. There he is. Judge Sakrabata, or something of that nature. It's interesting because I was gonna title this piece, Judge sentences P. Diddy to 50 months, which works out something like 4 years and 2 months. And I was gonna question his background, question why. What is it that for effectively grown adults, consenting adults of an age where they are free to consent, all people in their 20s, 30s and above, consenting adults. How is it that one consenting adult amongst others could wind up serving or being sentenced to 4+ years in jail? It makes little to no sense. Everything that happened between consenting adults. We've seen the messages sent between P. Diddy and where is she? And Cassie, when they were in a relationship. And remember, if somebody says, well, he smacked her around in a hotel room, so he should have got some time for that. Well, there's an argument for that, yeah, for sure. But bear in mind that incident was not part of this prosecution. She got paid off. She accepted money for not including that incident in this trial. She got paid off. Some say 20 million. I say more realistically in the region of 10 million. So Cassie accepted money for not bringing a lawsuit against P. Diddy for smacking her around in the hotel room. And we also have to have, but that was not the part of this, okay? You got paid off for that. So then that gives a narrative that she tried to escape Diddy and Diddy was kind of holding her hostage. But then in the messages, in the written messages and the taped messages, it became very clear that Diddy had an open door policy with Cassie. If she wanted to come, she could come. If she wanted to go, she could go. There were multiple occasions where Cassie expressed her concern that Diddy was holidaying with a woman other than herself. She wanted to go to a certain island, but Diddy took someone else and she felt hurt. Let's be clear. There was Diddy made it clear that there was an open door policy as far as Cassie staying or going was concerned. Yeah? If she wanted to stay, she could stay. If she wanted to go, she could go. That was a very much the policy. And what is this? Who is this cat? Yeah. So Cassie eventually, when Diddy got rid of her, couldn't take her no more, Cassie eventually ended up with this cat. Who is this cat? This is the guy who was a personal trainer to P. Diddy and Cassie. And when she married this fella, whose name escapes me, Diddy was perfectly fine with it. And not only did she marry this cat, but while they were married, or certainly engaged to be married, it came out in court that she had left this cat home and gone on a date with Diddy, where she herself confesses they had consensual adult relations. So that's after she got with this guy. And to me, what's this guy here? How are you gonna feel if your girl leaves your side to go on a date with the guy who allegedly was abusive towards her, and it transpires that she willingly went to the master quarters with the guy? How you gonna feel? I think they were only engaged at the time, but he went ahead and married this gal. Okay, so what is the motive for this most outrageous sentence by this cat, this Indian dude? Well, I think it's a thing. I think trying to sentence celebrities is a thing. Perhaps everywhere, but it appears to be a particular thing in America. How the hell is a man being sentenced to 4+ years in jail for having consensual relations with a woman? And if somebody says, well, because he brought other guys in too, well, let's get it straight. He left that to Cassie. It was Cassie who organized the other guys. Yes, it was at P. Diddy's whim. But Cassie, the records show, the evidence show, the tapes show, the messages show that Cassie was every bit down with it. In fact, it was Cassie who was sending the guys checks out of Diddy funds, of course, was sending the guys checks, sending the guys plane tickets so they could meet up and rendezvous in hotel rooms. So how did this guy, where is he? Let's get the actual picture of the devilish fellow. How did this guy end up feeling that the other guy warranted for a 4-year jail sentence for consensual adult relations? I think it's because to him, it's a feather in his cap. Hey, I'm the guy who jailed Diddy. I gave him 4 years for consensual adult relations. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? And people swallowed it. Well, I don't know if you guys are swallowing it, but I ain't swallowing it. Let me know in what world could you, as an adult, expect to be jailed for participating in consensual adult relations? Now, this ain't saying that what Diddy's thing is my thing. Diddy's thing ain't my thing. When I got a good-looking girl, I don't want to share. I don't want to share. She comes under my roof and that's it. We're locked in. I don't want to share with no other man. But, other guys feel differently. He liked to share. And let's face it, he didn't want Cassie as a wife. It's very clear. Because if he wanted her as a wife, he would have wifed her. And he never did. He never put a ring on it, had no intentions to do so. And, however, she did get a ring on it with this simp who married her after knowing that she still had relations with P. Diddy. But that's on him. The question is, how the hell is it acceptable that a judge is going to jail a man for having consensual adult relationships? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, you have your say. I've just had my say. I just am not down with this program whatsoever. Is it the demonizing, the demonization? Is this part of the demonization of the black man in America and further afield? You know, I just heard that Terrence Crawford got a gun pulled on him in his own hometown, Omaha, by a dirty cop on the day of his celebrations, like the cop didn't know who he was. And even if he didn't know who he was, whatever, it's irrelevant. Why pulling guns on people? Is this the part of the demonization of the black male? What do they want to do? Look at this picture and call him Count Blackula? And by the Indian prosecutor trying to get a feather in his cap? Count, is this part of the demonization? Is this Count Blackula? Have your say.